What is going on, my friends? Now I know which is the best team in the game, and it's not even close. And by the way, it's not even this one. This is not the best team in the game. I'm going to showcase which is the best team in the game. And it is... Are you ready, guys? Are you ready to see the best team in the game? It is this one. Now, probably you're actually familiar with this team. It's called the Real Deal team. Basically, what it does is it melts your enemies. It doesn't matter how much health they have. As long as they're not immune to dots or anything, they just die. They just, look at this, they're just getting deleted. Basically, you don't need to do anything, they're dying to the dots. You see my Melina cannot really hit enemy Melina, but it doesn't matter because you... And if you, by the way, tag in MK11 Scorpion immediately, they die even faster. So, what I'm trying to say is that this team is absolutely busted. However, it had its kryptonite. And its kryptonite was the fact that it wouldn't really work against MK11 Jade teams. There is one specific reason for that. Of course, MK11 Jade will make sure that the entire team will be regenerating from the fires. That was super unfortunate. Now, granted, if you have good gear, you can still beat it, but it wasn't really pleasant. Now, however, this is now fixed. I don't know, basically I don't know whether this is fixed, I don't know whether this is bug, I don't know whether it's desired effect. I asked, but so far I didn't receive an answer, so let's hope... I honestly hope this is a desired effect. I honestly do. What I'm talking about is that if you apply incurability on MK11 Jade, she will now start taking damage from the dots, which is cool, because I can swear that I never tested, to be honest, I never tested this interaction before. What I did know was that if you were to apply, let's say, red card to the enemy MK11 Jade, and then you can basically do the bleeding on her. She will still be bleeding, but she won't regenerate health. At the same time, though, she wouldn't lose health. So in my opinion, it makes sense. So I'm inclined to believe that it is more likely the whole thing is bugged. It's not nerfed, it's not actually reworked, but it is bugged. Because in my opinion, a character that is immune to dots and he's or she's healing by the dots, she shouldn't be taking damage if incurability is applied to him or her. But nobody knows. All I'm trying to say now is that there is a way to make sure that the Real Deal team goes from being godlike to being the best. And it's not even close, guys. It's not even close. The only time where I wouldn't take this team is if I have to fight bosses, because while MK11 Scorpion is still good against bosses, Melina and Scarlet are not really incredible, so I would usually pick other team for boss fights. But look at this. We have the Matukan Snake skin. Unfortunately, in order to take advantage of that, you need to have 2 blue tower pieces maxed out. Otherwise, you can still try to do it, but it's not really great, because there are pieces that have chance to apply incurability on combo ender or stuff like this. And there are pieces that have guaranteed incurability, but only for 5 seconds on special too. Basically, if you want to filter your collection, you can see by combat effect, go ahead incurability, and you can see everything. These are the other pieces that do that. This piece does it on combo ender, but it has chance and low fusion is about 20%, which is not a lot. This one does it on special attack 1, only 40% chance. And this one does it on special attack 2. However, fusion 0, I believe it's just 5 seconds. So, I was saying that the Matukan Snake skin is awesome because look at this. I apply incurability on the start of the match and an opponent tag in. And look at this, Director's Makeover. I apply incurability on user tag in. So I tag in for the first time with MK11 Scorpion. I apply incurability. I kill whoever is there. And then whoever else is willing to tag in, they're going to get incurability. And even if they're, let's say, MK11 Jade or whoever, they're going to start taking damage from the dots, which is incredible. Unfortunately, again, I don't think a lot of people will be able to enjoy this while it lasts. I'm saying while it lasts because, in my opinion, this is maybe a bug. So probably they're going to fix it. Probably the next patch, probably the next update, I don't know. But the general case is, because the whole thing with the incurability now is so great and so, let's say, accessible to me at least, this team has no match. It can melt enemies with millions health for seconds because, you know, it doesn't matter how much health you have, unless you're a boss, you're going to die. The dots are working based on percentage of health. It doesn't matter how healthy you are, you're going to die, you're going to get melted. So in a way, before this particular incurability interaction, the Real Deal team was a little bit... yeah, let's say it wasn't really wise to take it for a spin in survival mode, for instance, considering the amount of MK11 J teams. But now, wow, I just use this team in every single fight, apart from fights where I have to fight bosses. Because, once again, there is no counter, which is cool. And let's be honest, this is not a cheap setup. You cannot really achieve this setup easily. This setup requires 2 maxed out blue tower pieces, so it's not easy to achieve. So I hope they kind of leave this interaction. I absolutely love it, and I absolutely enjoy wrecking MK11 Jade with dots. I never thought this could be possible, but there you go. Finally, we're able to wreck MK11 Jade using dots. And there is one more thing. If you haven't seen this team ever before, it is good to know that this team works at Fusion 0. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to have fusions on those characters. It works at Fusion 0, which is insane. There aren't many teams that can do that at Fusion 0, just melting insane tower fights. Enemies have 2 million health, and there you go, bam! Fusion 0 team counts and just kills them for seconds. So it is good to know that this team will actually work at Fusion 0. Alright, so there we go, we have MK11 Jade team, so that's wonderful. We're going to burn Jade alive. So, look at this. Currently, she'll be healing from the dots because, you know, she has her passive. Look at this. You see, but the moment I attack and apply incurability, she suddenly starts taking damage and she absolutely gets wrecked, which is insane. I absolutely love it. Now, all I need to do is to kill her. She's being annoying for one last time. And after I kill her, whoever attacks in next is going to have incurability. And unfortunately, all the dots already expired. But what I can do is I can attack with Melina, apply dot to the Scorpion, and watch him suffer. Look at this. And right before his turn expires, I'm going to do special one. And then I'll wait for him to come back. I'm going to do this, and he's taking damage again from the fire. It doesn't matter, Jade's passive. So I'm going to kill this guy. This guy tags in. It doesn't really matter. He's taking damage from dots. He has incurability, and he goes down. So once again, you have incurability once on tag-in, your tag-in, and then 2, or the enemy's tag-in. So they cannot do anything. They just die, which is insanely good. Now let me showcase how this team works at Fusion 0. Alright guys, there we go. We are on my beginner account, and usually I would use this team, but for the sake of the video, I will switch to the real deal team. As you can see, these are the 3 characters at Fusion 0, and you're about to witness that they will be working pretty cool at Fusion 0 without any exceptional gears. Unfortunately, on my beginner account, I don't have these gears that give incurability, not that way, so I cannot really wreck MK11 Jade teams easily. Still though, you can see, imagine this guy had 1 million of health. There we go, he's dead. So, nothing they can do. I'm just going to let the other guys fry for a little bit longer. This girl comes in, it doesn't really matter, she's 1 HP, she goes down. Okay, my Scarlet is super weak, but no matter, it doesn't matter. Alright guys, so this is all I wanted to share with you. The real deal team is back in business. I mean, it was never out of business, but it had some counters before. Nobody's debating that. However, now the counters are 0. The only counter is boss fight. Or let's say Jade that, MK11 Jade that continuously resist your incurability. Yeah, this is kind of, but sooner or later she will not resist your incurability and she's going to get wrecked. So yeah, if you can apply incurability in a very easy way, then more or less you guarantee yourself victory. This is how great this team is, and this is how awesome it is now. So if you have those pieces, make sure that you use them until this thing lasts. Whether it's going to stay like this or whether they're going to change it, I don't know yet. Hopefully I will find out soon. See you next time, guys. Take care.
Perfect.